What do you want to see differently from Tennessee?
Well, they've got to find a way to move around and get the ball right there in the paint.
Indiana scored 22 points in the first quarter, only gave up 14. Went on an 11-0 run. Chloe Moore-McNeil for three! And Tamari Key, only 2 field goals, 7 points, and only 1 rebound. Tess Darby short on the 3.
I'm watching Indiana on the box out so that Tennessee's not getting those second chance opportunities.
Moore-McNeil all the way to the rack. It was so fun to talk to Chloe Moore-McNeil today. The second foul is called on Rakia Jackson. You know, she lost her mom at a young age, and so she has really taken on that motherly role for her 3 younger siblings. And they're big Indiana Hoosier fans. They travel to games. There they are in the stands.
They got a pair of the red and white warm-up pants, but Terry Morton told me the story too of how important it is for Chloe to be really a role model for her younger sisters. And sometimes she would come to Coach on some days and say, Coach, I just need to go home and put my eyes on my little sisters and make sure that they're taken care of. And then she comes back. She's got her priorities in order. She knows that when she goes to college, it's academics, it's also what she does athletically, but she wants to be a role model for those young girls.
Yeah, her 3 little sisters, Kylie, Oren, and Odalis. They come to a lot of her games too. Really cool to have them in the stands, especially in her home state. First time that she is getting to play in Thompson Bowling Arena, being a Tennessee native. Rakia Jackson driving in, and one coming.
Also the ability to go one-on-one, and I think that is a definite strength for number 2 in orange and white. So you're already down below 14 seconds on the shot clock, and not an open look just yet for Indiana.
Grace Berger saves it, but 4 seconds on the shot clock. Scalia's got to take it. Much better defensively for Tennessee.
See, next time down, I'd change up the defense, go a little man, switch up the type of zone that you're looking at so that Indiana cannot get comfortable and find the holes.
I love watching Jasmine Powell. That's 13 points for her, 6 rebounds, and she's one of the smallest players on the court. That's 2 turnovers by Rakia Jackson in the last few seconds. Scalia, layup. That ended an almost 3-minute scoring drought by Indiana. Tess Darby with the D3. Tennessee extending that zone. Parrish finds herself open at the free throw line.
Now can Tennessee take advantage of the opportunities? Get a stop, find it, got it, Tess Darby.
2 in a row. Moore-McNeil in the corner. And Indiana calls timeout. 13 points for Chloe Moore-McNeil.
That is a shootout, Courtney Lyle. Tess Darby from distance knocks it down, but the Indiana Hoosiers, they got an answer at the other end. Do the Lady Vols have enough to get themselves back in this? We'll see. Jasmine Powell doing all that she can to try to bring the Lady Vols back into this ball game. But she is a transfer from Minnesota. She's calm, fully collected. She brings a toughness to the floor. She has the ability to score from the 3 and as well take it off the bounce. I think with her continued aggressive mentality, the Lady Vols are going to need more of that to get themselves in this ball game.
And we talked about it. She's playing against one of her former teammates, Sarah Scalia, who they were both at Minnesota together, and they're actually matched up on each other right now. Scalia's number 14 in that crimson jersey. Colin Shedd with the mid-range.
That was a smooth shot from the transfer from Georgia. Arizona's been quiet since early in the first quarter.
She's got a mismatch too, dumps it off to Mackenzie Holmes.
We talked about number 12 from Israel. Her scoring ability, that was a nice drop pass to Mackenzie Holmes down low.
And that's going to be a foul on Jillian Hollingshed. We step aside. Brooklyn Miles for three. Inserted late into the game, and Brooklyn Miles making an impact defensively and offensively. Berger trying to break down Miles. Great move from the fifth year.
But when you're playing defensively, you got to do it without your hands. You have to move your feet.
Garzone on the baseline.
I got to remind the folks at home, number 12, Yarden Garzone. She's a freshman. She's a 19-year-old freshman. She's had experience playing against pros, playing in Israel. But she brings such maturity. Like a play like that doesn't faze her. She's not going to back down.
More McNeil at the top of the key. Started playing basketball at 8 years old. Talking about Garzone because her dad and her sisters played. Here she goes back down the floor. Kicks it to Parrish. A blocking foul called on Rakia Jackson. That's the third.
Well, Rakia Jackson, she's still in the restricted area. So that's what makes Indiana so dangerous. They've got so many options, so many offensive options. And then they're heady and smart on defense. And Terry Morin's, look, her philosophy is it's defense first. If you don't defend, you're not getting on the floor. So you've got to commit to guarding somebody. Oh, I think Walker got away with a double dribble.
Oh, feed Tamari Key.
I like how Tamari Key kept working, getting position until she had the advantage of Mackenzie Holmes to get the ball inside.
10 points for Key. Chloe Moore McNeil in and out. And then she swipes the pass away. Holmes saves it. Up ahead to Garzone.
Okay, can we talk about Mackenzie Holmes? She runs over here practically in the table with us to save the basketball, then is falling out of bounds, then runs in, then dives on the floor. You think this game means something to her?
She's everywhere.
I love it. Yeah, Terry Morin said last season felt like they could have won the Big Ten tournament if Mackenzie Holmes had been available to play. She had some knee issues that kept her in and out last season, but she is back 100% so far this year.
Now, this Indiana team made the Big Ten championship game in the tournament, ended up losing to Caitlin Clark and Iowa, but it was the first time in around 2 decades they had been in the champ game. Going to the NCAA tournament, lost in the Sweet 16. Tennessee's got to shoot.
But Tennessee keeps chipping away just a little bite at a time into this Indiana lead. Tennessee has missed 4 so far tonight. Actually 5.
Yeah, only 50% from the free throw line for Tennessee. Grace Berger will see what she can get with the clock winding down. Turnaround floater is off. 10 minutes left. Indiana still hanging on to this lead, 57-49.